Hey everyone, it's Paul Tarrant here, and I thought I'd quickly give you a quick demonstration of this plugin for WordPress called Visual Composer. Now, I will be honest with you, I'm a little bit torn at the moment between this plugin, Visual Composer, and another plugin by a man by the name of Shane Malach called Thrive Content Builder. Now, Visual Composer makes a very compelling argument about, how can 500,000 people be wrong? This particular plugin is definitely the most popular of the page building plugins for WordPress. So I thought, well, let me take you on the inside and actually show you how it works, and then in my next video I will then demonstrate Thrive Content Builder. I guess, as is always the case of these plugins, Visual Composer has quite a few elements going for it compared to Thrive Content Builder, but the same can be said about Thrive Content Builder, about some of the extra features and things that you can do with that particular plugin. But I'll explain more as I go through this demonstration. So I'm on one of my websites over here, imdiscountcodes.com. It is a coupon website for the internet marketing niche. And as you can see, I'm in WordPress. I am busy editing this Market Samurai promo code here. And here are the buttons for Visual Composer. So we've got the back-end editor and we have got the front-end editor. So I'll quickly just show you both of them over here. So if I click front-end, it basically loads your website so you can see exactly how, the blocks that you are building, how it is looking in your design. So here it's just busy loading. It's busy loading my page. So here is the post. This is how it looks. So when people visit my website, this is how it is going to look. And then you see over here, as I hover over the text, it gives me these options over here. For example, to delete this whole block of text and to make changes. So if I click the little edit button over here, it then pops this up over here. Okay, design options. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking, okay, you see. Let me quickly show this to you. So what this was editing the properties for this whole block, but you see over here the text block. This is actually where I needed to click if I wanted to make changes to the text. But this makes changes in terms of being able to move the whole column or the whole block of text down or delete it, etc. But then actually editing some of the elements in here, you have to click over here. So I guess that's maybe from a usability point of view could be a little bit confusing, but you quickly learn around these plugins. So if I click this now, it should load up all the text, and there we are. So you see, this is the type of editor that we are quite used to seeing in WordPress. So we can still add media, images, links, bold, etc. And you see, here's all the text over here that we can now do whatever we want. We can add little CSS animations. I'll quickly show that to you over here. So just watch this text over here where my point is. Now that I press save, and you see the little bounce effect there. So that's what that little CSS animation does. But I'm going to say no for now. Okay, and press close. Now, this is one of the good things about Visual Composer versus Thrive Content Builder is with Thrive Content Builder, if you have text over here, you actually you can't. All you can do with Thrive Content Builder is add stuff below the text. You see that just like the plus button over here, it's exactly the same as Thrive Content Builder, but you can't actually edit what was in the previous what you were working on previously in your WordPress post. So that has been a little bit of a niggle for me, that I've sometimes got a little bit annoyed with the plugin, and that is one of the benefits of Visual Composer, that even the work that you did, I'll just demonstrate it to you over here. So I'll just leave the page, because a lot of you will have a lot of posts and pages where you've got the default WordPress editor over here and you've typed out all the stuff over here, but you just want to be able to add, for example, like a button over here, below this headline over there, or add a picture using your new content editor. So Visual Composer, you can do that, but with Thrive Content Builder you can only add stuff below. So as I say, pros and cons on either side. Thrive Content Builder, it's really something that you would use for new content and building templates and that around that. but Visual Composer is a bit more flexible in that regard. Let me quickly show you the back-end editor just while I'm on here. Okay, so we got something called classic mode. Okay, yep. And to be quite honest with you, unless you've used this plugin before and you're very comfortable using the backend editor, I really wouldn't recommend it. But as you can see, this is now the backend editor, so we still in this section of WordPress we're not seeing live how our work is looking. So you see here's a plus button over here, there's the same little edit button to be able to edit the text and stuff. And again, I made the same mistake. That's to edit the column, not to actually edit the text. You would hover over here to edit the text, and then you got your little plus button over here which loads up all of these options over here to use for Visual Composer. But I'm going to go back to the front-end editor because I really would recommend that you use that. So let's go back. And let me show you how adding some elements to the page will now work. So for example, on this page, possibly what I'm thinking of doing is adding like a little bit of an information block at the top. So let me say what we'll do over here. So I'm going to add an element. We're going to add a you see we've got all these options over here. Now I'm not going to bore you showing you me completely redoing this page. I'm just going to show you some of the key elements, and then I will continue to edit, and I will probably show you a screenshot of what it looks like once I'm all done with it so you can see. Okay, so what am I looking for over here? I'm kind of looking for like a notification type. We got little custom headings over there, which is quite nice. Message box. Let's put a little message box. Now we've got all these different styles, and you see we can immediately see over here what it's going to look like. So let's say we want a square outlined. Okay, can we press like preview or something? Okay, so it looks like you do actually have to press save changes to see what it's going to look like. So there's square outlined over there. Okay, but that's quite easy enough to do, just to press it like that. So for example, let's say now 3D. What does 3D look like? And there we are. Okay, very nice. And I'm sure we can change color schemes and stuff. We can add little animations. I might like a little animation over here, and press save and you'll see it now. See the little pop-up over there. And I find it strange that I can't change the color. Okay, you can change the color like this. I see. They've got different type of elements. Message box saved. Did you save the change? There we are. Okay. Now I think I'll stick with information. Let's save changes. Okay. So I'm going to type something over here, just at the top of the page. Before purchasing Market Samurai, make sure to check out this discount and bonus page. Just something very simple like that. Okay. I will bold this over here just for a little bit of SEO juice over there, and I'm going to save that now. Okay, and I will close that over there. And now what I want to do is I want to move this up. Okay, so you see this is now where I'm using the column setting, and let's see if I drop it over there. Maybe what I need to do is maybe I need to actually move this down for that to work better. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to get this. Proving to be a little bit tricky to actually move this, but let's try again. I'm now clicking, there we are. So I had to click row. There we are, not column. Okay, so that's easy enough. So there we are. Now what I might do is maybe let's add a little custom heading. This uses Google Fonts. This is quite a nice little feature. And just save $84 on Market Samurai. Okay. And maybe we will center align it, make it an H2 tag line. Yep, that's all fine. And then we can choose a nice little font. Kind of looking for maybe like a bit of an italic-y type font, but I might have to play with that. Yeah, let's do that. There we are. Yeah, now that I look at that now, I don't know if I quite like that, but as I say, I'm not going to bore you with all the details of me editing this page completely, but it's just to give you a demonstration. So save $84 on Market Samurai. Okay, well then you've come to the right place. Yes, that is fine. Now let's say, for example, I want to add a let's say I want to add a video. So plus video player, and then I guess it's going to ask me for a URL, video link, which is title. Okay, so if I say watch this demonstration, okay, and let's go quickly find a youtube.com. Okay, is this one of my videos? That's my channel. Yes. Okay, so let's say that we want to just as an example, we will just put this over here. Okay, and I'm going to copy this link. And let's see how it works. Save changes. Close. Okay, is it going to do it? Brilliant. There we are. Nice and easy. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to gradually bring this demonstration to a close. I think you get a very good idea of how this works. I must say, as I said earlier, I am quite torn between this and Thrive Content Builder, and the reason for this is a big reason for it is because of this whole issue of not being able to move text in Thrive Content Builder, only being able to add to the bottom. That's a big issue for me, and you know, it would be a big issue for you, especially if you're wanting to edit hundreds of posts that you have done in the past using this new editor. So that's quite a biggie. But there's also other elements where I sometimes feel that the design, the graphic design, and the editing options of this plugin might be a little bit more professional, a little bit more slick compared to Thrive Content Builder. But that really could just be a matter of taste and preference. But again, have a look. I will be recording a demonstration, an updated demonstration of Thrive Content Builder. I've done 2 reviews in the past of it. The first one did not go very well. It was a half-an-hour review of basically just stuff not working, because that's when the plugin was in beta. It was in beta testing phase, and just there were a lot of little niggles that just didn't work. But you know, the year or the year and a half since I've recorded that video, there's been a lot of improvements, and you know, it definitely is a stable plugin now that can be used very effectively. So have a look for part 2 of this this review, and I will show you Thrive Content Builder. But in ending this review, let me maybe just add another block over here and just run you through the options. So we have a row option over here. We've got a text block, a horizontal separator, a separator with text, message box, which I've demonstrated. You got your social media buttons over here. FAQs, that's a great little feature in terms of you know, when you click, I guess I'll just quickly show it to you over here. Okay, toggle title, so let's say FAQ1, okay, and then it should, okay, I'm just going to go save changes. So what you would do is, now you see when you click that, it then opens up. So you see that's very nice in terms of being able to communicate a lot of information, like on an FAQ page, and being able to open and close it so that people can see the content that they want. And then all you do is you just have to create a duplicate of this. So for example, if you had 10 questions that you wanted to answer on this page, you would simply just click the copy button over here, and there we are. You just add till you have 10 questions over there, and then naturally you would just change the questions to what the question needs to be and add the answer in that section over there. So FAQ is a nice little feature. I'm going to delete that for now, and let me show you the rest. Single image, image gallery, image carousel, tabs, tour, accordion. Accordion is kind of similar to the FAQ. Post grid, post carousel, post slider, widgetized sidebar, so you can actually insert your sidebar into post, which is quite nice. Buttons, so yeah, let me show you a button quickly. Text on the button, you can change a color, you can have a little icon, you can make it nice and large or whatever, and I'm going to save changes so you can see what I just did over there. Okay, quite nice. Let's add another one. So button 2, what is different about button 2? Okay, so we got some much more colors over here, which is nice to see. Let's say sandy brown, and 3D size, let's say small. There you select your URL over there and save changes. So yeah, I think with button 2 you just had a lot more color options, didn't you? That seemed to be the main difference. Call to actions, video player, Google Maps, that's very nice to be able to add a nice professional Google map. Raw HTML and raw JavaScript, which is always good to see. Flickr widget, progress bar. Yeah, the progress bar, that's nice for in terms of like, you know, maybe demonstrating skills, you know, like, you know, what your core focus is, you know, whether it's 100% SEO and 90% usability or whatever, you know, just showing information in the form of progress bar or pie chart, that's quite nice. Custom heading, search form for your site, that's interesting. Okay, meta tags, recent comments. So again, all this, being able to edit this and put this in a page or post is very handy at certain stages. Okay, what shall I demonstrate? Shall I demonstrate the call to, let's have a look at these call to actions, because that's another important element. Okay, target, same window, color, we don't like gray, do we? We want to change it to something else. Icon, so it's the same icons over here. Let's do a little heart icon. Regular size, make it large, button position, align, right, that's fine I guess. And save changes. What is this going to look like? Did it do it? Let's edit. Okay. Save changes again. Okay. Don't know why it doesn't seem to be changing that button. Could just be a little glitch, but let's move on to the next button. So that was a call to action button 1. Let's have a look at button 2 and see what is the difference. Is it just simply a difference of colors again? Okay, element width. Okay, so a few different options over here. Heading second line, that's interesting. So test heading. Okay, I'm going to type that in over there. Rounded, so we got these options again. So let's say square outlined. Custom background color. So yes, we have a lot more edit options in terms of color. So let's do that. Okay, URL, text on the button. Okay. Very interesting. Say rounded, and let's save changes and see what this looks like. Close. So I don't know where the actual button is. I guess it's that whole thing, but just over here when I said text on the button, you see that option there? I'm just wondering where that went. So let's change it to like click here to get Market Samurai, for example. And we would, make it large, save changes. Okay, I'm not too sure what's going on over there, but let me show you some of the other features. In closing, Google Maps, I don't need to show that. You get the idea of that. Progress bar, pie chart. Let's have a look at the pie chart. Why not? Okay, so we will call it pie chart. And pie value, pie label value. Enter measurement units. Okay. Input integer value for label. If empty, pie value will be used. It's a little bit confusing. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking, well, let's have like, 2 slices of the pie, 25 and 25, but I'm not too sure that's going to work. And let's use their example of units, say px, and make it a green bar color, and save changes. So I don't quite know what this is going to look like. I don't know if I quite did that correctly, but yeah, there we are. I guess that works. So if we wanted to add 4 elements, we would just simply, I guess, maybe make this 100, and 25 goes into 104 times, so then you would then save changes. But like, I just wonder how do I add the values for each of the elements? Anyway, I'm rambling on here. This is just to quickly demonstrate it to you. So let's click close. That doesn't seem to have done what I wanted to do. Pie value, pie label value. Okay, I guess I just got to play around a bit more with that to see exactly how that works, but you get the idea of what it does. Okay, so I'm going to bring this demonstration to an end. I like Visual Composer a lot. I haven't really been using it as much on my other website, paultheron.com, as probably what I should have been. But just actually, even as I'm recording this demonstration right now, I'm thinking to myself, I might exclusively use Visual Composer on this website, imdiscountcodes.com, whilst because I've got both plugins on my other website too, but I've been testing Thrive Content Builder a lot more recently than Visual Composer, just because I have been very impressed with the plugins and the level of support and effort that Shane Malach puts into his previous plugins, and Thrive Content Builder really is no different. Like I say, when I first recorded the review for Thrive Content Builder, it was an absolute mess. It was in beta testing and it needed a lot more work, but in that time he has really put a lot of man hours, a lot of development hours into it, which is why I have been using it primarily on certain posts on my paultheron.com website. But as I say, Visual Composer, just as I'm using it now again, I think I might exclusively use it for this website until I make my final decision about it, which is going to be my absolute preference for a WordPress page builder. So make sure to tune in for part number 2, where I'll show you Thrive Content Builder. And if you notice my screen over here and you notice that little logo and you are in the know, you would know that this is something called Lead Pages. Now, Lead Pages is something that I need to do a review of in the future too. It is arguably the absolute best solution if you are wanting to quickly build a website business, landing page, squeeze page for your business, and quickly start getting results and start getting money in the bank. All the top internet marketers are using this. It is not WordPress specific. You can use it whether you use WordPress, Joomla, or anything else. So that's another good thing about it. But Visual Composer and Thrive Content Builder are excellent solutions for editing posts and pages in WordPress, but they definitely do not compare to the ability to create landing pages very quick, or squeeze pages very quick, or any other type of page like webinar sign up pages, etc., which Lead Pages absolutely shines on those areas. So It's not really directly relevant to this particular review of WordPress post builders and page builders, but I might also include that as a part 3 just to show you other options that are available to you in terms of building very professional sales funnels for your business. Okay, so there you have it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll gladly answer them for you. But as I say, I'm Impressive Visual Composer, and for the money that you have to pay, which is, I believe, just over $20, it really is quite a no-brainer in terms of just taking your WordPress editing to a whole new level. Okay, bye-bye.